Most people wake up and go through life on autopilot. They hit the snooze button, rush through the morning, survive the day, and repeat. But the top 1%, they live differently. Not because they're smarter, luckier, or born into privilege, but because they think differently. The secret isn't in what they do once a year, it's in how they think every single day. Today, we're going to dive into the mindset of the top 1%. Not the hype, not the surface level tips, but the deep, powerful shifts that separate them from everyone else. The top 1% don't chase motivation, they build systems. While the average person waits to feel like it, the top 1% understand that motivation is unreliable. It's fleeting. It shows up when it wants to. So instead of relying on emotion, they rely on routine. They design systems that make success inevitable, even on days they don't feel like showing up. They don't say, "I hope I go to the gym tomorrow." They build a system. Clothes laid out the night before, schedule blocked off, phone on do not disturb. Success becomes a default, not a dream. They don't overestimate the day and underestimate the decade. Average thinking is obsessed with instant gratification. The top 1% think long-term. They zoom out. They ask, if I do this every day for the next 10 years, who will I become? They understand the power of compounding. That one extra hour of reading daily ice and tea, just a hobby, it's a weapon. That choosing a salad over fast food ice and tea about today's calories, it's about tomorrow as clarity. Every small decision adds up. Every choice matters. They don't think in days, they think in decades. They embrace boredom, while most people chase excitement, new apps, new trends, new distractions. The top 1% master repetition. They understand greatness is built on doing the same simple things, over and over, without applause. Kobe shot the same free throws for hours. Bezos read obsessively about business models before Amazon. The top 1% fall in love with boredom because they know discipline is forged there. They ask better questions. Instead of, why is this happening to me? They ask, what is this trying to teach me? Instead of, can I do this? They ask, how can I do this? Instead of, what if I fail? They ask, what if I don't try? Their mindset isn't rooted in fear, but in growth. They don't avoid failure, they welcome it as feedback. They protect their energy like a fortress. While most people say yes to everything, spread themselves thin, and burn out, the top 1% are intentional. They know their time is limited. They know their energy is precious. So they set boundaries. They say no, not out of arrogance, but out of clarity. They don't scroll mindlessly for hours. They don't engage in every argument. They don't waste energy on things that don't move the needle. They guard their mind from negativity. The news, gossip, drama. The top 1% curate their environment like their life depends on it. Because it does. They don't blame. They take radical ownership. When things go wrong, the average mind looks outward. It was the economy, my boss, my partner. The top 1% look inward. They take responsibility. Even when it's not their fault, they ask, what part did I play? What can I control? Because blaming gives away power. Responsibility brings it back. They run toward discomfort. While most avoid pain, the top 1% pursue it. Not recklessly, but intentionally. They understand that growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. Want confidence? Do what scares you? Want resilience? Face hard things and keep going. Want purpose? Stop avoiding the challenges that force you to evolve. Every day, they stretch their edge just a little further. Not giant leaps, but steady steps into the uncomfortable. They don't compare. They compete with who they were yesterday. Social media trains people to look sideways. Who's richer, fitter, happier. But comparison kills joy and focus. The top 1% know that their real competition is the person in the mirror. Am I better than yesterday? Did I stay true to my goals? Did I grow, even just 1%? They don't need applause. They chase alignment. They understand that doing what matters is often invisible. No likes, no claps, no trophies. But real fulfillment comes not from validation, but from alignment with purpose. They choose purpose over popularity. They practice gratitude daily. While average minds chase what's missing, The top 1% focus on what's already there. Gratitude isn't some fluffy idea to them. It's a weapon against anxiety, scarcity, and burnout. Every morning they count their blessings, not because life is perfect, but because perspective shapes performance. They create before they consume. Before checking messages, news, or social media, they create. They write, they plan, they think, build. They know that starting the day in creation mode gives them control. Starting in consumption mode puts the mind in reaction mode. They design their mornings with intention. The average person wakes up into chaos. The top 1% wake up into clarity. They have morning rituals. Maybe it's silence. Maybe it's movement. Maybe it's journaling. But every single morning begins on their terms, not the world's. They feed their mind like an elite athlete feeds their body, and they read, they study, they listen to podcasts. Not out of obligation, but because they know their thoughts shape their reality. They don't just scroll headlines, they go deep. They study patterns, they learn from history, they extract insights. They train their focus like a muscle. The world is full of distractions. The average mind is scattered. The top 1% train focus with the same intensity as sprinter train speed. They work in deep, undistracted blocks. They turn off notifications. They eliminate multitasking. Because they know 1 hour of deep work is more valuable than 10 hours of shallow hustle. They finish what they start. While most people are addicted to starting new diets, new plans, new ideas, the top 1% are addicted to finishing. They know that momentum isn't built by starting 100 things. It's built by finishing one. They prioritize rest and recovery. Hustle culture glorifies burnout. But the top 1% know that recovery is part of high performance. They sleep intentionally. They rest without guilt. Because they know you can't pour from an empty cup. They see obstacles as preparation, not punishment. Setbacks don't shake them. They strengthen them. When something hard happens, they don't collapse, they recalibrate. They ask, what is this preparing me for? Every challenge becomes training. Every loss becomes a lesson. They don't wait for permission. Most people wait for the right time, the right conditions, the green light. The top 1% don't wait, they start. They figure it out as they go. So they understand that action breeds clarity. You don't need all the answers to begin. You just need to begin. They lead themselves first. They don't try to change the world before they change themselves. They don't preach discipline without practicing it. They don't demand excellence from others without embodying it daily. Leadership isn't a title, it's how they live. They stay humble and hungry. Even at the top, they act like they're just getting started. Because ego kills growth, hunger fuels it. They celebrate progress, but never settle. They're grateful for today, but always reaching for better. That's the mindset of the top 1%. Not a secret, not a trick, but a daily commitment to think and live differently. The difference isn't genetics, it's not luck, it's not some magical morning routine, it's mindset. The top 1% don't have more time, they use their time differently. They don't have fewer problems, they approach problems differently. They don't wait for life to give them a break. They build a life that doesn't need one. And now you know how they think. Every single day. The only question left is, will you choose to think like the 99% or rise and think like the 1%? Because the real separation is in your mind.